Hello and welcome to a solo episode of the Whole Energy Body Balance podcast. I'm Dr. Edward, healing vet. I'm also a tree brother, a musician, a visual artist, gardener, lover of nature, and many, many other things. And the Whole Energy Body Balance podcast is devoted to anything and everything that can help us as humans to be healthier, happier, more coherent, evolving and growing in beautiful ways. So I'm doing a solo episode today because there's so much going on in the world that is so important that I felt I just wanted to connect with you from my heart to your heart, from my soul to your soul, and dance through some of what's happening and how we can respond to it in healthy ways that support us individually, us collectively, and the planet and all living energies that inhabit and share this planet with us. The theme of this podcast is Rise Up, because we all must actively, consistently, and strongly rise up to save humanity and planet Earth at this time. I am frankly terrified at what I am seeing unfolding in the USA at the moment. And we're going to get into that in some more detail. This is going to be a beautifully challenging episode, but together we can dance through it with grace and ease, I promise you. But before we get into the nitty-gritty and talk about the challenging stuff, in this podcast, I'm going to be sharing with you, teaching you, guiding you through the core practices that I use every day to keep myself coherent, harmonious, continually healing, healthy, happy, functional, and growing and evolving spiritually. Now, I'm giving you some incredibly beautiful practices today for free because I believe that this is the time that we all need to be doing these kinds of practices. They can make a profoundly beautiful difference in your life. And whenever you shift your energy with these practices, that vibration ripples out from you to everyone around you, and it affects the whole world. If you think of the whole Earth and all of humanity as a big pond, every time you do this practice, it's like you're dropping a stone in the pond and there's ripples of greater coherence and harmony are going out. You are an incredibly powerful being, and what you do matters. Now, there's going to be some different practices I'm going to teach you. This podcast is going to be available ongoing for you to come back to listen to them. They'll be coming to you in the form of like a guided meditation, and to repeat the practices and repeat them and repeat them. These practices, they're not like a silver bullet that you use once that fixes everything. They are something you need to be doing continually, because every time you do the practice, you increase your capacity to do the practice. Every time you do the practice, you increase the strength and the balance and the harmony in your energy systems. And then the next time you do practice, you increase your capacity again and again, layer by layer, little by little. Now, I suggest that you do these practices at least twice a day, 5 days a week at a minimum. That's the longer versions, because I'm going to be sharing with you a longer version and a very compressed version that you can do very quickly, anywhere, anytime, of each of these. And these practices are incredibly valuable. I have been practicing, refining, purifying these, what I call energetic, spiritual well-being technologies for decades, and they do work. They do make a practical, physiological, measurable difference in your body and in your life if you do them. This is how I've recovered from 20 plus years of chronic fatigue syndrome and Lyme, fully recovered. And just to maybe give you a story that'll help inspire you to join me in doing these practices, because I'll be doing them every day. And essentially we're joining together as a practicing community to support us all in growing and healing and shifting our energy to greater coherence and harmony. So one of my students, when she came to work with me, had such extreme multi-chemical sensitivities that they lived out in the bush away from other humans, and they had to come into town to go to the supermarket to do the shopping in the last half hour when it was open. So hopefully there'd be no one else there with perfume that they'd walk past and trigger an anaphylactic reaction. Now, she went from that level of extreme unwellness and sensitivity. Within 2 months, she was able to go and volunteer at a country music festival with 40,000 people attending, from doing primarily the second practice that I'll be teaching you today, the whole energy body balance, somatic embodiment, and energy connection practice. Now, I've got to tell you, she was extraordinarily devoted. She was doing this practice literally hundreds of times a day, but it had a profoundly positive effect on her well-being. Now, we stand at a decision point globally for humanity and for our beautiful home, our beautiful living planet, Earth. And there is immense potential for positive change and transformation at this time. And I want all of us to stay connected to that because it is real. I've recently started learning from the elder shamans, the Pacos of the Kera Nation, the indigenous people of Peru from the high Andes. And one thing that struck me about these wise elders, extremely powerful teachers and practitioners, is that they have no doom and gloom about what is going on this planet. They are remorselessly positive. And their message is that all we humans have to do is get into right relationship with all the living energies of this planet, humans, animals, plants, geographical features, waters, the wind, all these living things, and we will move into an incredible period of human history, which will be amazingly uplifting, living in harmony with this planet and creating literally heaven on earth. At the same time, there is immense potential for calamity, for death and destruction on an unimaginable scale. Now, I believe that the world, all of us, are already at war with an illegal, illegitimate, fascist, Nazi government that is in the process of enacting a coup in the USA. I know from talking to friends from Canada on social media that country is essentially actively preparing to be invaded. Because I think we should believe dictator Trump when he says that he's going to annex Canada and turn it the 51st state and invade Greenland and invade Panama and take Gaza as well. I think he means it. And I think we need to believe he means it and act accordingly. And this is terrifying, right? There's no way around that. But we must face this reality. And what I really want to do today is help you face this reality with grace and ease and in a positive way, with hope in our hearts that we have the power to make changes and to act in ways that are going to help us move through this and come out the other side in the best place that humanity has ever been on planet Earth since before farming and industry took over from the original people who were so good at caring for this planet. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you some songs from my album, This Life, which we put out in 2023 as we go through this podcast, because music is a very good way to shift energy. And before we go any further, I want to share with you a song called Precious Day. And this song is here to remind us all how precious this day, this life, and every day is. Because regardless of what's going on, this is a beautiful day. We live on a beautiful planet. There is so much beauty here to connect with and to have gratitude for. So let me share with you this song, Precious Day. Got the sun shining down on me, feeling like the flowers being kissed by the bees. Got the moon smiling into me, I'm feeling so happy,
feeling so free. Bless the beauty of this day. Bless the beauty of this precious day. May we each and all find our sacred way. Bless the beauty of this precious day. Got the wind dancing with my head.
Just taking a short little break from the actual podcast itself. Thanks so much for listening. I just wanted to let you know that I have a modality, whole energy body balance, that I've created over 28 years of working with all kinds of animals with all kinds of problems. And if you want to learn how to get your beautiful hands on your pets to find and heal their silent pain, anxiety and trauma, or if you would like to wake up your intuitive perception and learn how to use energy healing to find and heal all kinds of problems and distresses and traumas in your pet's energy systems, then pop into wholeenergybodybalance.com. We've got home and practitioner programs so you can learn either to help your pets or you can get certified and build a beautiful business out playing with dogs and cats all day. It's a stack of fun. And now we'll head back to the podcast.
Feeling like a rainbow, shining so bright and clear. Got the air caressing my skin. Feeling so much love, gently sinking in. Bless the beauty of this day. Bless the beauty of this precious day. May we each and all find our sacred way. Bless the beauty of this precious day. Got the trees dancing with the sky. Feeling like the eagle, soaring so high. I got my love standing so tall next to me. Feeling so happy, feeling so free. Bless the beauty of this day. Bless the beauty of this precious day. May we each and all find our sacred way. Bless the beauty of this precious day. Bless the beauty of this precious day. Bless the beauty of this precious day. May we each and all find our sacred way. Bless the beauty. Bless the beauty. Bless the beauty of this precious day.
And I've got to tell you, this music is as much for me as it is for you. So the first thing, the most important thing, in my opinion, the most important priority that we all need to have in our lives at this time is ongoing self-care. ongoing healing, because a lot of what's going on is likely to trigger a whole lot of stuff inside each and all of us that we need to resolve, heal, assimilate, and integrate. And we also need to be working on growth, evolution. And we need to be taking care of our individual and our family and our neighborhood, security, safety, and all those things. But the main message I want to say here is you've got to fill your cup first. If your cup is empty, man, you're no good to man or beast or any living thing. And the news, this awful, awful barrage of terrible, illegal things happening every day, and the state of fear that this triggers in all of us, in everyone, and it's designed to trigger fear in us, by the way. I believe this is one of our greatest enemies at this time. So what's going on is not just news and actions. There is an energy in it that comes into our energy fields and comes into our beings and affects our psycho-spiritual state of being, our consciousness, very, very powerfully. And the practices that I'm sharing with you and giving to you in this podcast are all designed to help you create and maintain and increase coherence, to be grounded, to be resilient, and be able to stay positive and functional in the face of what's happening now and what's coming. I use all of these practices every day. And as I do them, I'm going to share an extended version, a deep dive, and a compressed version, a quick, snappy one that you can do anywhere, anytime. Now, I'm going to break these sections of this podcast that are just the pure practices that I'm going to be teaching you out into an online course so that you can access and download the audios and make it super simple to put them into practice intensively in your lives. And I'm going to be doing this on a you choose what you pay one-time investment from $1 up to however much generosity you'd like to share with me and you're capable of sharing with me. Otherwise, if you want to keep just doing these practices for free, you can come back into this podcast, whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or Apple or wherever, and just take note of the timestamps and watch and listen and practice anytime that you like. Now, the first practice that I'm going to share with you today is one about clearing your bubble. And I will lead you through this one and all other practices in the form of a guided meditation. This practice helps you push all that incoming, oppressive, low-frequency energy of consciousness out of your bubble so that you can get back to a beautiful energetic sovereignty in yourself and get back to just you so that you're not being actively sat upon by the feelings and emotions of everyone and everything that is not you. I'm finding I'm needing to use this practice a lot at the moment. I was away at an intensive meditation retreat on the weekend. And at the beginning of the retreat, it was just like, oh, my God, the world, oh, my God, everything's terrible. Oh, my God, we're all going to die. And I did this practice. And I got back to me. And suddenly then I could engage with the retreat and the meditations in a really beautiful way and get back to myself. So as I guide you through these practices, if you're not familiar with meditation, energy work, subtle energy and stuff like that, it might seem a little bit esoteric and a bit unusual. I encourage you just to go with that and to allow it to be a little bit unusual and different. Use your imagination. Whatever you experience as I lead you through these practices is perfect. And you may or may not experience these practices in a sensory way. It may or may not be in one dominant sense and others lesser, or several dominant senses and others lesser. You know, you might get visual experiences, you might get auditory, you might get kinesthetic, you might get even smell and taste. You might get cognitive, just kind of knowing and understanding in your body and your energy systems. However you experience these practices, absolutely perfect. If you go, oh, nothing's happening, just use your imagination. Your imagination is a powerful, powerful director of energy. I will talk about and invite source energy to come in to surround me, to surround you, to support and empower these processes. Now, source is basically a universal divine power. Now, according to your spiritual belief systems, you might relate to source as God, Great Spirit, the universe, whatever makes sense to you in your spiritual understanding. Source is kind of like beyond all religions and concepts. Source is in alignment with all the religions, belief systems, and spiritual practices. It's infinitely benevolent and can only do good. So I encourage you to enjoy connecting with this energy. And after each practice, I'm going to play you another song from my album, which you can also find on Spotify, by the way, and give it a spin and help me get over 1,000 plays on all the tracks. That'd be cool. To help you integrate and assimilate what's happening. So these are impactful practices. Nearly always when you start doing practices like this, it's going to perturb your system a little bit, and you might feel a little bit worse before you feel a whole lot better. Or you just might feel a whole lot better. But if you do notice that you're starting to experience things, clearing things, shifting things, this work is very, very powerful for doing that. So the first practice we're going to do is the whole energy body balance, clearing your bubble exercise. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our breath. We're going to imagine that we're inviting source energy in with our breath, breathing in source energy from above into the central channel or core of our being, from above our head to below our feet, right through our whole bubble. And then as we breathe out, we're going to push out with our will, with the support of the source energy that we're breathing in from above. And as we breathe out, we're going to push little by little from the middle, everyone and everything that is not us, out, until it's about 110%, about 10% beyond the edge of our bubbles. So breathing in gently, and then breathing out, and with your will, pushing it out just 2%. Another breath in. %. Breathing source gently and beautifully in to fill that central space, then expanding that source energy. 6%. Breathing in. 8%. Breathing in. 10%. You can do these hand movements that'll help you if it helps you make it stronger. Breathing in. Breathing everyone and everything that's not you. 12% out of the middle. And 14%. 16%. 18%. 20%. Breathing pure source in. 22%. 24%. 26%. 28%. 30%. We're doing this little by little in 2% increments, so it's easy and achievable. 32%. 34%. Breathing source energy from above into this whole central area, at 14%, filling it up. 36%. 38%, really bringing your will and your imagination into this. 40%. 42%. 44%. 46%. 48%, 50%, 52%. And just pause for a moment there and feel how different it feels to get to a little bit more half of your whole energy body, your whole energy bubble, usually around about arm's length around your whole body. That is you, that is sovereign, that is not got any of this other invasive energy from anyone or anything out of it. Just, it feels kind of nice, doesn't it? Breathing in again. 54. Breathing in beautiful, pure source energy. 56. 58. 60. Now I'm starting to burp and to want to yawn and to breathe more deeply, which is all signs of my parasympathetic nervous system starting to go, oh, this is a good practice. I like it. Breathing in. 58. 60. 62. 64. 66. 68. 70. When we get to these outer percentages, you may or you may not hit points of resistance where it suddenly gets like, oh, I'm feeling uncomfortable and actually becoming sovereign. It's a weird thing. Most people I work with at some point have a moment of, I don't want to push everything out because I really love my dog. Stuff like that. Doesn't matter. Just do it. You're not disconnecting from anything. If you're pushing your beloveds and your dogs out of your bubble, you're untangling from them. Okay? And all this other crappy, awful, heavy, evil, poisonous energy, well, you need that out of your system. I'll keep pushing it out. 72. So bringing more will in now. 74. 76. 78. 80. Breathing in abundant, generous amounts of source energy from above. 80. 82. 84. 86. 88. You can think of it like blowing up a balloon is another metaphor you could use here. And the balloon's getting bigger and bigger and pushing everything out. 90. 92. Now really, really activating your will here. Breathing beautiful, pure source energy in from above to fill up. 92. 94. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. Should get easier now. 104. 106. And one last push to 110. You're going to keep holding this out for a little while. You can keep breathing more source in and helping that source hold all this beyond your bubble for a little bit. Even in a normal breath, you can breathe source in. The normal breath is just gently holding everything out beyond your bubble. And notice how you feel differently here. A lot of people, when I do this with them for the first time, notice a sense of peace and coherence. Oh, my God. Phew, that kind of feeling. So I want you I'm about to play you a second song called Aya, which is track number 6 from the album, This Life, with Tree Brother, all one word, no gap. I want you just to keep this energy beyond at 110%. Keep your whole energy pushing everything out of your bubble till the song finishes.
You are a child of this earth. You are cousin to the stars. You are brother to the sun. You are sister to the moon. You are made of hope and stardust. You are made to dance and sing. You are made of dreams and rainbows. You are made of everything. Hey, ya. 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 Our hearts strong and true, our bodies sacred vessels. We are kindred to all humanity. As we weave this web of life, we are made of hope and stardust. We are made to dance and sing. We are made of dreams and rainbows. We are made of everything. Hey, ya. 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 We are made of hope and stardust. We are made to dance and sing. We are made of dreams and rainbows. We are made of everything.
Okay. So I hope you're feeling like that there. You can kind of let that go now. Cool. I'm pushing the bubble thing out. I'm going to take you through a quick version of that. So a quick version, and what I'm going to encourage you to do is to go through these major practices in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Yes, you may have to wake up a little earlier if you want to fit them into your day, and listen to them last thing at night before you go to bed, the extended versions. And the next thing we're going to do is the whole energy body balance. No, we're going to do the quick version of that first, clearing your bubble. So clearing your bubble, if you want to do it quickly, you can just do it in 3 breaths. If you get it solid at the beginning of the day, you'll find it gets easy to push it all back out quickly and fluidly when you need to. So you just go 1 in, breath in, 1/3 and a bit, 2/3 and 2 bits. Breathing in source, 110%. That's simple. So the second practice that we're going to go through together here, I'm going to lead you through and teach you and share with you, is the whole energy body balance, somatic embodiment, and energy connection practice. And this practice is an anywhere, anytime to continually empower, to strengthen, and energize yourself while filling your cup to overflowing. And you'll be connecting with and cultivating natural flows of vital life force energies as you do this. The more often you do it, the more you're going to benefit. Doing the longer version morning and night, and then lots of little short versions during the day to reactivate, re-strengthen, and keep empowering this process in your body as you go through is ideal. And, if you ever need to, if you're at work and something happens and you're like, I've got to get myself back, just go to the toilet. I need to go to the toilet. No one is ever going to stop you going to the toilet. It's a perfect place to do this. So the first step, there's 3 steps that we lead you through on this. The first step is to tune into your posture. Now, first thing that happens when you tune into your posture is you naturally straighten up. And as you naturally straighten up, you will feel your consciousness shift to a more alert state of being. So just gently, softly relaxing into a beautiful aligned posture. Relaxing your belly, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your tongue and jaw. Then maintaining that posture, alignment, in a relaxed and easy way. Then the next step is to bring all of your awareness continually, beautifully into and throughout the whole of your physical body. Simply appreciating everything that you're experiencing. There's no need to try and understand what you're experiencing. No need to make up stories about it. No need to change it in any way either. Just be beautifully present with this act of divine, sacred self-witnessing. Then at the same time, bringing continuously all of your awareness into and throughout the whole of your energy body, the bubble of you that surrounds your physical being. And at the same time, bringing all of your awareness into the space that surrounds your energy body. I'm going to cycle through that a few times. So bringing continually and gently all of your awareness into and throughout your physical body. Being present with everything that you're experiencing. Appreciating everything that you're experiencing. At the same time, gently and continually bringing all of your awareness into and throughout the whole of your energy body. At the same time, gently and continuously bringing the whole of your awareness into and throughout the space surrounding your bubble. At the same time, bringing all of your awareness into and throughout the whole of your physical body. Relaxing into everything you're experiencing. At the same time, bringing all of your awareness into and throughout the whole of your energy body, your bubble. And just noticing what you notice, no matter how small or large or here or not, you're noticing anything, bringing it all into and throughout the whole of your awareness. And now we're going to move into just checking with your posture, make sure you're still aligned, and keep on bringing all your awareness into and throughout your physical body, your energy body, and the space surrounding your energy body as much as you can. If you lose track, that is okay too. Now we're going to help you connect with natural flows of vital life force energies or chi that have been moving through your body your whole life. But every time you connect with them, it's like going to the gym, the chi gym. Every time you connect with them, your capacity to hold and express them increases. So opening up to the beautiful natural flow of chi energy from the earth up through your feet, up through your body, out through your head, and it naturally circulates back and down and around like a fountain. You can think of this as being water-like a spring of beautiful, pure, fresh, water-like energy welling up through your body, out through your head, circulating back down and around. And at the same time, there is a second stream of chi from the sun pouring down in through your head, down through your body, out through your feet, and like a reverse waterfall, simultaneously flowing in the opposite direction to the yin chi from the earth, and we've got yang chi from the sun. And this is like a sunbeam, warm, penetrating, dynamic. The one from the earth is cool, receptive, and like water-like. So then allowing that to continue. And a little bit above the outside of your bubble, there's a source connection point. You can imagine with your imagination intention that your whole being is plugging into this source connection point, and your whole being is lighting up with source energy like a light bulb that's been plugged into the power and turned on. Then all 7 of your major chakras, energy centers, the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root, which are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, are simultaneously drinking in generous amounts of the yin chi, the yang chi, and source energy until every chakra is drinking in so much that it is combining, overflowing, radiating to fill your whole being with this beautiful rainbow activation of source energy and yin and yang chi until your body's filling and your hands are overflowing. It's pouring out your feet back into the earth, pouring out through your gaze, through your voice, and being actively expressed in every gesture that you are making in your consciousness and your physiology, physical, non-physical, visible and invisible. Notice how you feel. You're probably feeling a whole lot more energized and coherent and wonderful at this point. Now, that's the full version. The short version, you just do one breath, postural alignment. Second breath to bring all of your awareness into and throughout the physical body. Third breath to continue to bring all your awareness into and throughout your energy body. Fourth breath to bring all your awareness into the space surrounding your energy body. Fifth breath for yin chi pouring up. Sixth breath for yang chi pouring down. Seventh breath for plugging into source and lighting up. And eighth breath for all 7 chakras actively, generously drinking in yin yang source, radiating from every chakra to fill you to overflowing. It's like each chakra is like a beautiful, powerful, brightly colored little sun, filling the whole of the galaxy that is you with amazing, vibrant light. Oh, that feels good. So we're now going to have another song. And I would encourage you as much as you can to stay connected with this process and to feel it and to allow it to integrate, assimilate through your system while you listen to the next song, which is called In Lakesh.
Trees swaying in the breeze. There I am. Here are you. Water dancing with the moon. Here I am. There are you. Fire going deep in the coals. There I am. Here are you. Earth singing so strong and true. Here I am. There are you. I am another you. You are another me in the cash. I am another you. You are another me in the cash. I am another you. You are another me. With our hearts open to the beauty of this world, there I am. Here are you. Our bodies holding the dream of who we are. Here I am, there are you, and our blood streaming through the rivers of our veins. There I am, here are you, our bodies standing so tall and true. Here I am, there are you. I am another you. You are another me in the cash. I am another you. You are another me in the cash. I am another you. You are another me in the cash. I am another you. You are another me.
Okay, so we've got one more practice to do, and then I'm also going to share with you a healing process, which will be more for you to receive than to actively practice. The next thing that I want to teach you, share with you more accurately, is the a fire breath practice. Now, this is the original version of this that I learned came from the Sweet Medicine community and teachers, and it's been inspired by versions of that have been shared in books about the work of Toltec shaman Don Juan by a few different people, whose names momentarily escape me. My apologies for those people whose names I can't give. So this practice stimulates, awakens, strengthens, and cultivates the kundalini, or the sexual, creative, life force energies of the human being. Again, I do this 5 mornings a week, and I find it incredibly helpful for maintaining a strong coherence of my energy shifting to higher bands of vibration. It's a really beautiful thing to do, and I encourage you to do it. So the first thing when we're doing this is, because we're working from the root chakra up once we start actively breathing, which is a common pattern in the Western world. However, if you just work from the root chakra up, you can tend to blow out the higher chakras like the third eye and crown and cause kundalini psychosis, which is not very helpful. So what we're going to start off by is inviting, and I'm asking you to do this with me so that we're all together, inviting source energy to flow down into the crown chakra, to gently fill, harmonize, clear, balance the crown chakra, then flow down into the third eye chakra and gently harmonize, clear and balance, and then flow down into the throat chakra, gently harmonize, clear and balance, and then flow down into the solar plexus chakra, gently harmonizing, clearing and balancing, then flow down into the sacral chakra, gently harmonizing, clearing and balancing, then flow down into the root chakra, gently harmonizing and balancing. What we're going to do when we come to the active breathing part, which is what we're going to do next, is to breathe source energy down and concentrate it, expand it into the root chakra. And then as you breathe out with will and intention, it's like you're directing the energy of your breath into the root chakra like you'd blow on a fire. And that is going to fan that beautiful, fiery life force energy, expand it like a fire does when you blow on it. And then we're going to work up through the chakras, back in through the skeleton and into the cells, and then out throughout the whole energy body. So breathe, and when you breathe in, you want to bring a little gentle PC lock of the muscles around your perineum. So breathing in, root all that into the chakra, then breathing out with force and intention with the breath through pursed lips. Second breath for the root chakra. Third breath for the root chakra. Then you keep breathing into the root chakra, and that fire energy is going to expand up through everywhere. So breathing in, expanding into the sacral. Second breath for the sacral. Third breath for the sacral. First breath for the solar plexus. Second breath for the solar plexus. Third breath for the solar plexus. First breath for the heart. Second for the heart. Third for the heart. First for the throat. Second for the throat, always breathing into the root chakra. Expanding up to the third breath into the throat. Breathing in the root. First expansion up into the third eye. Second into the third eye. Third into the third eye. First into the crown. Third into the crown. Now the next breath is going to go all through the skeleton, bone marrow, nervous system, central nervous system, and endocrine system. Breathing into the root chakra. Breathing into the root chakra, then breathing that fire breath right up through, down, and out from the crown chakra, down through the skeleton debris. Third breath for the skeleton, bone marrow, central nervous system, endocrine system. First breath into the neurofascial network, going from the bones right out through the soft tissues. Second breath for the neurofascial network. Third breath for the neurofascial network. First breath for all the cells and mitochondria in the body. Always into the root chakra, then expanding, heating, intensifying from there. Second breath for all the cells in the body and the mitochondria. Third breath. All the time breathing, generous amounts of source down, concentrating in the root chakra. Breathing into all the DNA of your whole being. Third breath. Breathing into all the molecules, the atoms, the subatomic particles, and all the space contained within your physical body, expanding into from the root chakra, through the chakras, through the skeleton, bone marrow, central nervous system, all the cells then into the molecules, atoms, subatomic particles, and space between. PC lock. And now we're going to do the PC lock, breathing that all until it expands out into your energy body. First breath for the energy body. Second breath of expanding the energy body. Third breath of expanding the energy body. Fourth breath. Fifth breath. Sixth breath. Seventh breath. Eighth breath. Ninth breath. Now you're likely to be feeling quite altered by this point, very energized, and your state of consciousness really elevated to a nice, pure, present, grounded state of being. Quick version of this is just 3 breaths for all 3 chakras, all 7 chakras. 1, then 3 more breaths for the whole skeleton, central nervous system, bone marrow, endocrine system, cells, mitochondria, neurofascial network, cells, mitochondria, DNA, molecules, atoms, subatomic particles on the space between. 3 breaths. And then 3 breaths out from the root chakra, expanding right out to fill the energy body as well. And even with the quick version, always remember to bring source energy down through all the chakras to gently balance, harmonize, and clear before you do the next step. You might be feeling a little bit different by now. I know I am. I'm feeling comprehensively different. So we're going to have another song, which is Temple Door. And I ask you just to refresh, push everything out of your bubble. Posture, bringing all your awareness into and throughout your physical body and your energy body in the space outside your energy body. Yin chi pouring up through your body, yang chi pouring down through your body, plugging into source, continually lighting up with source energy. All 7 chakras, generously drinking in abundant amounts of yin, yang, and source until you're radiating that rainbow source activation, so you're generously overflowing continually. And then we've just done the fire breath as well. So just enjoy this song and be very present with everything that you're experiencing in the most beautiful way possible.
We are the temple door. Breathe and be open. We are the heart of love. Breathe and be awakened. We are the temple door. Breathe and be open. We are the heart of love. Breathe and be. Breathe and be. Breathe and be awakened. We are beautiful and true. Breathe and be open. We are the lotus springing from the mud. Breathe and be awakened. We are beautiful and true. Breathe and be open. We are the lotus springing from the mud. Breathe and be. Breathe and be. Breathe and be awakened. We are the heart of all creation. Breathe and be open. We are the blessed rainbow people. Breathe and be awakened. We are the heart of all creation. Breathe and be open. We are the blessed rainbow people. Breathe and be. Breathe and be. Breathe and be awakened.
Okay, hopefully that's helped all that settle in for you. Now we've got one other thing I want to do now, which is the whole energy body balance evolutionary leap process. And what I'm going to be doing with this is inviting Source to come in and move through your system and restructure and rebalance all of your energy systems throughout your being. So I'm going to ask for your permission, and this will only come in if you actively invite it, right? That's how whole energy body balance work. Is completely permission-based. So when I say I ask your permission to invite source energy to blah, 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 whatever it is, then you need to say to yourself, I allow and invite this. Okay? So what I'm going to do first is invite Source with your permission to come in and surround and hold your entire being in grace and in ease. And I would love to invite you just to really welcome this and notice how it feels to be held by this infinitely benevolent, infinitely loving, infinitely powerful Source, God, Creator energy. And as you're listening to this, if at any point when I say we're going to move to the next step, if you feel like you need more time with the present step, just hit pause. I'll give you that opportunity to just pause for as long as you need to for your system to come to completion with this step. Now, I'm going to be moving through this fairly briskly. So just if you feel you need more time, when I say we're going to move on to the next step now, just pause this whole podcast that you're listening to for as long as you need, and then press play again. So right now we're going to move to the next step. If you need more time, now is time to pause the audio or the video. Next step, I'm going to invite Source to come in from above to gently fill your crown chakra, third eye chakra, your throat chakra, filling each, then overflowing your heart chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your sacral chakra, your root chakra. And radiate out from there to fill your physical being completely in every way possible, as beautifully, as gently, as gracefully and easily as is possible. And at the same time, asking source energy to start flowing in, filling in from the outside of your bubble inwards and coming from your body out through the energy body at the same time. And we're just going to then gently enjoy this sensation of this beautiful, pure source energy filling your whole being, remembering that you are actively inviting this to happen. Unless you're actively participating and inviting this to happen, I've set it up so that there will be nothing happening at all for you. This energy will only move into your system if you actively invite it to. And I'm going to move to the next step now, but if you feel like that's only kind of maybe to the throat chakra and still moving down and only a little way out through your energy body and coming in, or only moving out and it's not complete yet, you just hit pause and you stay paused until you feel like your heart are beautifully, completely filled with this beautiful, pure source energy. So now I'm going to move on to the next step where I'm going to ask for your permission to invite the source energy that has now filled your entire being and consciousness in every way possible, as beautifully as possible, to increase fractal complexity, the fractal richness, the fractal depth, the fractal vitality, and the fractal sophistication of all of the energy systems on all scales of fractal dimension throughout the whole of your being. And the intention of this process is that it sets you up for non-dramatic, beautiful, graceful, easy evolution. Evolution in terms of steady incremental evolution, but also sometimes evolutionary leaps, that you have these beautiful shifts in coherence, in consciousness, in harmony, balance, in empowerment throughout your being over time. Now, it's highly likely you're going to need more time here, because I'm going to move on and go through the rest of the podcast now. But if you feel like you need more time to enjoy this process unfolding itself in the most beautiful possible way for and with you, just pause the podcast and wait until your body goes and your energy goes and your mind and your consciousness goes, oh, we're done. So there's some other important things you need to do to keep yourself well and strong and healthy and harmonious at these incredibly challenging, beautiful times that have so much potential in both directions. So Qigong is something that I do every day and find incredibly good for my well-being physically and energetically. I will pop links into the show notes for all the things I'm talking about, but one place that I would say that you can go and learn Qigong is the Energy Arts crew in Colorado, with the master teacher there is Bruce Francis. I will pop links into their Dragon and Tiger form online course and their Heaven and Earth online course. Both forms are really beautiful. I absolutely, for me, it's non-negotiable to be doing Qigong 5 mornings a week, and I would encourage you to consider doing the same. Yoga is a great alternative. I will pop in a beautiful YouTube channel, Move with James, that has a whole lot of yoga and a whole lot of Qigong. He's a beautiful teacher. Exercise is incredibly important. It can be very easy when there's a lot going on and you're being overwhelmed by bad news and scary things to drop your self-care practice and stop your exercise programs. Don't do that. Keep exercising. Resistance exercise, 5 days a week is super important, even if you're just doing push-ups. If you can't do a push-up off the floor, do them off your knees. If you can't do them off your knees, do them against a wall. Just do something. Aerobic exercise, some kind of daily meditation, relaxation. Eating well is incredibly important. It can be very easy to go into comfort eating when you're under stress and afraid of things and worried about things. So a little bit of comfort eating, well, that's okay. I mean, I do love chocolate, I've got to tell you. But don't do it to excess, to the point where it's harming you. Cutting out harmful things from your diet as much as you can, particularly stimulants like coffee. And that goes without saying, smoking tobacco is bad for you. But cut out kind of sugar and fat too. Don't do too much of that sort of stuff. Now, let's talk about what we can do in your life, in this world, to make a real impactful difference. Now, the Trump regime is an illegal, illegitimate, fascist, Nazi government dictatorship. They are already talking about ignoring the court of law. Mr. Vance, VP, yesterday was saying, well, no, I don't think that the president should actually take any notice of courts of law. If you don't find that terrifying, there's something wrong with you. And Elon Musk is known to have said, in relation to the recent USA elections, that anything can be hacked, and the voting machines are all hooked into and feed their data through the Starlink network, which Musk owns. I have heard it said that mathematically there was a 1 in 28 million chance of Trump winning all of the swing states. And I've also heard that there is evidence of tampering with the election. Now, it is entirely possible that the USA elections were not free or fair, and that the Trump regime stole this election from right under the noses of everyone. Because if there's one thing that I know that is true, that if they could, they surely would. Now, all of this is for the people of the USA to investigate and prosecute, of course. But when it comes to us, the only thing that these criminals understand is power and money. And in today's world, money is power. And therefore, it's likely that making Musk, Trump, and the USA suffer financially is the most peaceful way to resolve this issue. and to nip this nascent fascist government in the bud before it murders perhaps millions of people. Now, I'm on Starlink right now, but I won't be by the end of this week. I will be off Starlink by the end of this week and going to Sky Mesh here in Australia. So us, people like you and me, and that's going to be inconvenient, by the way. It's going to cost about the same, but my internet's going to be about half speed, so it's going to slow me down in my business. Boycott Tesla and Starlink in every way possible. You know, if you've got a Starlink car in order, cancel your order. If you're thinking of buying an electric car, don't buy a Tesla. Organise and participate, you know, in peaceful protests and in gathering to demand peace and to demand a planet where all humans are equally cared for, valued, and loved. And, you know, for my sisters and brothers in the USA, I feel for you so deeply, and I am afraid for you. And God damn it, guys, you've got to stand up and become ungovernable by non-violent process. You know, let Gandhi be your role model. What he did in India was amazing. And yes, the regime will respond predictably, and I have no doubt that if there are peaceful protests in the USA, that blood will be spilled and lives will be lost. And my heart aches for you, you know. All of you who are on the front lines of this, my sisters and brothers in the USA, my sisters and brothers in Canada, I will do everything that I can to support you from where I am in this life or death struggle for humanity and our Mother Earth. However, inaction will probably lead to far more suffering and loss of life than action. Remember what happened in Nazi Germany. It started off the Jews had to wear yellow stars. And later on, they were murdered by the millions, but it wasn't only Jews. It was also LGBTI people. They had to wear a yellow triangle, and they too were shipped off, experimented on medically, and murdered in droves. It was anyone with any kind of disability. They were murdered too. So make no mistake. The Trump government is a white supremacist, eugenicist, racist, fascist, Nazi nightmare of heroic proportions. And we all need to prepare in every way we can for our own security and safety, and to act, protest, and support those on the front lines. Now, the good news is this. Nonviolent resistance works. So for all of you in the USA, you know, start organising, reach out to people local to you, start meeting, planning, and revolting. Bring your country to a standstill. Become ungovernable. Contact your representatives from the Democratic Party, which is the opposition. Demand that they form an emergency government in opposition to this legal, illegitimate fascist regime. And, you know, write to them on paper by registered mail. Demand that non-violent resistance be the imperative. Demand that they gather up all of the beautiful humans that have been purged from the Army, FBI, and CIA from that the Trump regime has prepared, and boycott the oligarchs. I know you Canadians are already actively boycotting the absolute heck out of the USA, and I hope that the rest of the world is going to be close behind in that. And for all of us everywhere else in the world, we need to write to all of our representatives in all levels of government demanding that the Trump regime be denounced as what it is, an illegal, illegitimate fascist regime, and that our countries immediately break off diplomatic relations, boycott and isolate the USA completely. We also need to demand that extreme sanctions be placed on the leaders and active supporters, you know, Trump, Musk, and all those things. And, you know, all this will be painful and cause hardship, but better hard now so that we can have easy later. If we all stay asleep at the wheel here, it'll be kind of easy now and an infinity of hard later. I'll also share and add more as I find anything that can be useful and helpful, links to resources about nonviolent protest organising, safety, survival, security, and anything and everything that might be helpful in the show notes. If any of you out there listening have great resources, email them to me, let me know, and I will put them up. You know, we need to come together to ally, support each other in every way possible. I just want to, and I will also in the show notes mention a whole lot of teachers and resources that I've found very helpful and highly impactful in my life. Oh, goodness me. I'm feeling you all out there. Lots of love. if we come together, as I said, we have the opportunity to create the most beautiful, profound shift on this planet that you can imagine. So let's do it. I'm going to play you one more song, then I'm going to say goodbye. If this podcast episode has been of value to you, please share the word, get it out there to anyone and everyone who you think it might help. If you want one-on-one support from me, I'm available for healing, intuitive coaching, holistic veterinary work as well, though this episode has not been so much focused on the animals. They're all feeling what's going on as much as we are. So I'm going to play you the title track from the album, This Life, to hopefully help us all come back to a little bit more uplifted, joyful state. And even with all this, I am joyful and I am having a beautiful day. So I invite you too to have the most beautiful day you possibly can.
This life is like a river, so gently flowing through. This life is like a mountain, standing so tall and true. This life is like a shooting star, lighting up the night. Life is like a bird set free, way to fly. Set free, a way to fly, my friend. Set free, way to fly. I don't know where I'm going, I got no need to care. I'm walking the path of my spirit, so where I need to be is always right here. I'm like a candle flame glowing, dancing all through the night. Why don't you come kindle your flame with me? Together we could shine so bright, shine so bright. This day is such a precious gift, something we can never understand. This day is passing us all by like time shifting sand. This day is but a waking dream where nothing is as it seems. This day is a glimpse of the infinite, resting here in our hands. Resting here in our hands, my friends. Resting here in our hands. I don't know where I'm going, I got no need to care. I'm walking the path of my spirit, so where I'll need to be is always right here. I'm like a candle flame glowing, dancing all through the night. Why don't you come kindle your flame with me? Together we could shine so bright, shine so bright. This moment always escaping us, here we can so gently rest. In this moment at a loss forever, feel your heart beating in your breast. This moment holds everything and more, like the ocean bound by her shore. This moment is all we will ever need. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more, my friend? Who could ask for anything more? Now I don't know where I'm going, I got no need to care. I'm walking the path of my spirit, so where I'll need to be is always right here. I'm like a candle flame glowing, dancing all through the night. Why don't you come kindle your flame with me? together we can shine so bright. Shine so bright.
Okay, everyone, enjoy getting stuck into those practices. The more you do them, the more you benefit. We'll see you back in the next episode. Big love from Jem here and me here in Australia, and the kitten who's over there. Have the most beautiful day you can, again and again and again. Just taking a short little break from the actual podcast itself. Thanks so much for listening. I just wanted to let you know that I have a modality, whole energy body balance, that I've created over 28 years of working with all kinds of animals with all kinds of problems. And if you want to learn how to get your beautiful hands on your pets to find and heal their silent pain, anxiety and trauma, or if you would like to wake up your intuitive perception and learn how to use energy healing to find and heal all kinds of problems and stresses and traumas in your pet's energy systems, then pop into wholeenergybodybalance.com. We've got home and practitioner programs so you can learn either to help your pets or you can get certified and build a beautiful business out of playing with dogs and cats all day. It's a stack of fun. And now we'll head back to the podcast.